All right, I think we're live. Let's hope so. All right, nice, we're live. What's up, everyone? A little bit of an earlier stream than usual, but I don't mind it though. Well, today I took work off today, so I was able to hang out with you guys a bit earlier, and I want to talk to people like Adrian here from Sweden. Actually, let me fix chat so you guys can see. So you guys can see what I see. That'd be helpful. All right, let's see if that fixed it. There it is. Awesome. Greetings from Sweden. See, this is why I stream a little bit earlier in the day today. Get to see people like Adrian here. Pasternak, first again, let's go. Got the SR Coke machine on the drop. Dude, what'd you do with it? Did you keep it? You sell it? Dude, huge congrats. Huge congrats on that. That's a big one. What was the chance of winning it? Technically, usually it says like on this homepage here. If we switch over really quick, bear with me. There we go. Okay. It says sold out, but I thought it usually says somewhere what your chances are. It's like 1 of like 45 or whatever it is, but usually it says it, but it doesn't say it here. Maybe that's just for comics. But dude, huge congrats. And this is exactly where we thought it would settle. I said between 200 to 250. I know it's kind of a wide range, but it's kind of settling exactly where we thought yesterday. I was a bit low on the ultra rare prediction. I knew the rare would be, I said at first, I'm like, it could be 12, but I do think it's going to be the most popular one. I did say it would probably be between, I think it was like 16 to 18. So it's pushing 19. It's really getting close to box price on these. Let me zoom in a bit more. Is this good for you guys? I think that's good enough. Pixel Trader got second place. Pasternak's always got the gold. Always here first. So I appreciate it. Yo, live stream. Yeah, another live stream. Well, today and yesterday I took today off work, so. Did you get the drop today? I know you said you're going for it. I did. I actually ended up getting the rare here. And this is actually the one I wanted. You know, it's a sub 500 mint, which isn't terribly impressive. I mean, that's the lower third, right, of mints that you can get, so it's cool. But this is the one I wanted anyway. I'm actually glad I landed it. I probably only would have been upset if I landed the uncommon, because I knew that one was gonna for sure go like well below retail for the most part. So in fact, I'm from Romania, but I live in Paris, France, but now I'm visiting Sweden. That's, man, only in Europe can you do that, right? The US, I don't know, moving in the US, moving between states is kind of like moving between countries. Not moving, but just traveling, right, between countries. So, but it is a bit of a distance. So awesome. Glad you're watching me on your vacation, whether it's for business or with your family or whatever. So thank you for being here. Tucson says 124. Is that the time or no? It seems a bit off. I don't know what that means. Hey, what's up, Vibes dude? Choo choo. How you doing, dude? Nice to be here. Vibes, what's up, Vibes? Greeting from around the world. Hi from Australia. Dude, look at that. I keep forgetting, Slavs, you're from Australia. Dude, we got people from all over. From down under, even. I think the rare will be the most one. I think so too. Unfortunately, it's not that scarce. In my opinion, I think that the rare and ultra should have been flipped, like the mint numbers, or the amount of mints, I should say. I almost think like the 60s and 71 looks almost too similar. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, but I do think most people are going to want the 50s one. It's pretty iconic. It's a very, it's used a lot in pop culture, and I do think the 50s is referenced a lot. As you guys saw before when I put up my post on Twitter. Okay, a lot of people like my stuff, but this one, yeah, when people, you guys know about the Nuka-Cola, right? Come on, if you guys play Fallout, I mean, we talked about this yesterday, and the Juggernog from Call of Duty, zombies. But yeah, this is what I want, that I won. There's a lot of other video games too. I could have sworn like BioShock, or there's some other video games too, and movies, and I mean there's tons of references to 50s and Coca-Cola and all that stuff, right? But I do think this is the most unique looking one for sure, of the 4. Got 5 2 SR, so I'm pumped, dude. That's insane. I didn't go for any on the rebound. Honestly, I was not sure if this was going to sell out, and I'm actually kind of surprised considering I think this is Veve experimenting with having the chase be super low mint, because I mean, remember we looked at these, because there's roughly what, 1,800 of these? Yeah, almost 2,000 of the 80s one, 1,500 of these, a little over just shy of 1,000 of these. So it's like, okay, it's not that scarce, but this one jumps all the way down to like 200. Yeah, I mean public sales, you know, there's 200, or not public sales, but public mints. So I wonder if Veve's like, all right, I think we found the winning formula for making sure the whole set sells out, not just have it being kind of like a sliding scale of rarity, right? Where it's like, all right, here's 2,000, 1,500, 1,000. It's like, let's make it exponential, where it's like, all right, there's a kind of a lot down here, and then as it gets towards the top, it gets scarcer and scarcer. So scarce, I don't think scarcer is a word, but more scarce, right? So I definitely think they're playing around with that for sure. So went for the drop today, got the rare. Yeah, I got the same, so I'm stoked about that. I'm actually glad I got the rare. I mean, secret rare would have been nice, but got the rare Nuka-Cola. Yes sir. Disney desk info just dropped. Really? Okay. I wonder if the pencils are gonna go up at all. Did you guys see this yet? Desk info, more full details. Sorry for the flashbang there. All right, so based on this, so here's the desk, animated, WDAS. I don't know what that, Walt Disney Animated Studio. I think that's WDAS. I think that's what that means. Editions 4,320. Collect all 5 of the pencils for 5 drops to craft. Purchase collectibles from the 5 series would be listed below to receive 1 airdrop pencil. So purchased collectibles. Store purchase collectibles from the 5 series listed below. Receive 1 airdrop pen. Okay, that's explaining the pencil part. I thought you had to like get a store bought collectible in order to get this, and I'm like, well, a lot of people that sold their collectibles are kind of out right now. But crafting will be available from January 4th to February 1st. Pencils purchased in the market will also be eligible for crafting. All 5 pencils will be burned in the crafting process. Animation desk crafting available while supplies last only. Unredeemed animation desk collectibles will be burned. Okay, so this could be relatively scarce, but theoretically there could be up to 4,320 of the desk there. So there is that. So not sure if this, we don't know what the animation is. It doesn't give us any info, but it is animated. There is the pencils on the desks. I don't think that was there before. I don't think there was a little cup with the pencils, and I see only 4 pencils there. I think the frozen one is missing. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I see 4 pencils there, and I think the light blue one, which I think is the frozen one, is missing. So I don't know if that's what's going to be used to animate it or whatever, but it is secret rare, of course. 8.5% licensor fee, pretty typical. No talks of like utility. Just the fact that it's animated and that it is going to be burned, and this is going to be available for just under a month. It looks like this is going to be a thing for like 26 days. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to think of this. I mean, I don't own the pencils. I feel like the last handful of times I try to chase a crafted airdrop type situation, I got burned. So I'm kind of over it. And I mean, I like Disney, but I'm not in love with it. It's not one of those things where I'm willing to drop hundreds of gems on it. So gonna put it in my garage. Gonna put it in my garage with my cars in the Veve verse. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the same way with the Coca-Cola vending machines. I remember the 80s one is the most, you know, iconic to me, at least like growing up, right? Even though I grew up in the 90s, there were still tons of these Coke machines everywhere. You'd see them at theme parks and baseball games and I don't know, like all kinds of places, like arcades, especially like arcades. I mean, these were all over the place. And it's very iconic. The big white button you press to select your soda and all that stuff. So I did like that. Did like that a lot. Also, the Return of the Jedi SS poster was 175. Return of the Jedi SS poster was 175. Are you talking about these posters? Whoops. Are you talking about like these posters that were minted off the comic drop? I got lucky and actually ended up getting my poster. I know a lot of people didn't end up getting them. So I feel sorry that people didn't get those off the mint. I'm stuck holding Disney golden moments from last year after spending 11,000 gems. Billy Pets. Dude, I'm right there with you. Look, let's see. Here, we'll suffer together. I'll just show you this real quick because I don't think I've seen you in here, Billy, or maybe you've kind of lurked in here before, but I still have mine. Where is it? See, I paid 1,900 for this. But there's a handful of collectibles I just kept, right, from forever ago. And I bought this on the drop, so February 14th, 2022. Not on the drop, but I bought it in the market the day it dropped because I couldn't land it because bots were pretty rampant back then. But yeah, so I'm right there with you on still holding collectibles that are down quite literally over 95%. So the video has the animation, does it? Okay, let's check it out really quick. The video. The video has the animation. Disney Aladdin. Oh, on the tweet. Okay, here's the tweet. Okay. Let's expand this. Sorry about that. All right, and the tweet. All right, some cool sketches. This is kind of what everyone thought was going to happen. It's going to show sketches of the characters. I think that's cool. Is it worth throwing 200 gems at it? 150 gems at it? Not me personally. I'm biased because I like Disney, but I'm not obsessed with Disney. I do think these are going to go for, and I think a lot of people have said this, that there's a good chance that this could go for less than what the pencils go for, right? I mean, have the pencils moved at all? We didn't really look at pencils yesterday, so I'm not entirely sure what the prices were. These are still chilling at 50, and I remember these were at 50 not long ago. Actually, let's do this. Not stacker. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, let's see what the pencils are talking about. All right, and so these are not up to date because the tweet was just a few minutes ago, so I doubt these prices are up to date. But the Ralph is 48. These are all pretty much between 17 to 18. Yeah, these are all, the rest are between 17 to 18. So let's see if any of the others have actually gone up in price since the announcement, or maybe people are flooring them. Who knows? So Wreck-It Ralph is the most expensive. This is still 16. Unfortunately, we can't like click the back button and look at what's available. Elsa's gone up a tiny bit. It's gone up a gem. Tinkerbell, that one's pumped. Probably about 2 gems, 3 gems. And the Aladdin pencil is up a bit. So yeah, they have all moved up maybe 10% from where they were before the announcement. So might be a decent little opportunity to, if you guys were planning on, if you guys bought these when these were like, I don't know, 14, 15, and you want to sell. Again, not financial advice, but I mean, I don't picture it going higher after the announcement. Maybe when the burn happens, but I feel like the people that are going to buy the pencils are going to do it right now. They're not going to wait till January 4th and then buy the pencils. Like, they're more than likely just going to buy it now. So, still have the SR Coke machine. Low mints can pump like crazy. Best collectible on the app. Best collectible on the app. It is the best. Because you know why? Pasternak owns it. That's why it's the best. That's why. Actually, Coke is just that popular. Forget AF15, forget Miles, forget Walt. You want to buy Patronac's SR. What kind of what was your mint number for the SR? Animation's pretty cool. I do like the animation. I do kind of wish I would kind of entertain it if the pencil came out of the little cup and started drawing it or something like that, or if it did that with music playing of like each you know, so it's like playing Lion King or I don't know, whatever the Wreck-It Ralph song is, but that's you know, I think that'd be, I still like the animation. We'll look at it one more time. So there's like Tinkerbell. It's pretty cool. The Elsa one looks really good. I actually do like I probably like the Elsa one the most. You know what I bet? These are renditions or just, these are probably the exact drawings made before the movie was made, right? Like these are probably the actual artist sketch or like the storyboard art of them and actually put it there, because it doesn't surprise me that the sketches from the older movies don't look as highly detailed, right? I mean, look at Elsa, like that one has like shading and depth and like all kinds of stuff associated with it. But when you look at like Wreck-It Ralph or some of the other one, Wreck-It Ralph is the newest one. I don't know what I'm saying, but it would be cool. I mean, if that is the case, if they actually used art or like the storyboard art and they just kind of put it on here, right, from like the actual movie, I kind of wish they would say it. Pencils will be burned. Does crafting supplies last? Unredeemed S will be burned. So yeah, this is super cool. Wes says cool. Bob Sales says lovely Jubilee. Lovely I don't know if that's a term I'm just not familiar with, but yeah, so it looks like some of the pencils have already moved up a little bit. Not too crazy, but they have moved up a bit on some of those. So Crazy Dan 420 says, I got 2 ultra rare and a common on the drop and got 10 more commons and 3 rares when they first hit the market for cheap. Nice, dude. Are you really trying to I just out of curiosity, are you trying to collect all those vending machines, or is it just for, you know, you're gonna kind of sell some of them out as they go up in price? So got a rare on the drop and SR on rebound. Let's go, Gabriel. Dude, I wish I honestly, I didn't think it would sell out, so I didn't even bother with the rebound. I think I was like busy with something else, and I could have played the rebound if I didn't one, forget, or two, like, you know, actually thought it was gonna sell out. But I was like, all right, whatever. But that's cool with the desk. I'm not gonna chase it personally. I don't know, what are your guys' price predictions on the desk? What do you guys think it's gonna go for? Curious what you guys think the desk is gonna go for. I'm talking like the first or second, like the first like 24 hours of it coming out. Like, where do you think the price is gonna be at after 24 hours? I really wish I could do a poll on this chat, but it's not gonna let me, but whatever. 1980 Coke machines are iconic and nostalgic for me. That makes sense. I mean, it's the same thing for me. I said I would maybe buy one if it gets like in the lower single digits. And it might get there after some time, but I'm not in a huge rush to get it. I'm just happy to get the 1950s version. Yeah, I mean, this Coke machine is super iconic. Congrats, Gabriel. I got Mint 166 Nuka-Cola fridge, and the Vault 166 is the best vault in Fallout. Is it? Is that the case? I mean, I played like some Fallout 3. I played a lot of Fallout 3, actually. A little bit of Fallout 4. I never played like the first or second one. But they remind me of high school. Oh yeah, dude, they remind everyone of high school and Little League baseball or football games, or you know, watching like middle school games and going to like the snack bar. Sometimes they have like a vending machine off to the side, or like your school. Like I just said, high school. I remember like I don't think a lot of like movie theaters had them, because you just go to the like the concession area and pay like $8 for a soda They didn't have any vending machines there. But yeah. No, I don't think there was a Vault 166. I don't think so. I don't remember, but cool though. I mean, we've already seen a little bit of market movement, right? We'll talk about. Sorry if I'm kind of. I think we're done with the desk. If you guys want to check out the desk, you can look at it on X. At some point, we will take a look at Candy. I did land two. I did buy 2 Wonder Womans on drop. Is she sold out? Let me look really quick. It looks like she's, yeah, it says sold out right here. So yeah, she did sell out. And then if we go to my collection, now I bought 2. I've not opened them yet. I really like the fact that you cannot, or there is the option to not open the comics, right? I don't know if you guys can see this. I really like the fact that you can choose to not open them. When it says various, I think that means it could technically be anything between a core, which is like the common, all the way up to legendary, which is like the secret rare. So I do like that. And if we look at the marketplace, zoom out a little bit. I know I said we would look at this later, and we're already looking at it now. So it'd be like that sometimes. Search the marketplace. Yeah, so you can see here, legendary is going for 240. The various are going for 40. So already double the price. If you just buy it and don't open it, it's already double price. I think that's going to be my plan, quite frankly, going forward on Candy, is play the drops, at least, you know, the Gorel drops like this, and quite frankly, just not open them. And just, I'd rather just take the guarantee. I feel like for anybody that's done collecting physical comics, maybe not, I mean, for like cards, stuff like that, sealed product tends to do very well. Like, you just hand the risk off to someone else. You take the guaranteed money, right? If you're talking about, you see this a lot in like Magic the Gathering and like Pokemon, stuff like that, where it's like, you know, the chase card is worth this much, and as the value of the chase card goes up, so does the pack value. So it's like, all right, as the legendary goes up in value, or as these get more scarce, and the value of the legendary and the epic go up more and more, so does the value of the pack. And the inverse happens too. Like if the values of these go down, these will go down too. So I mean, that's obviously part of the risk, but you know, it just is what it is. I hate DC Candy. I've been on it since the first drop. 99% of my collection is commons. The other 1% is uncommon. Well, Jeff, now you have the opportunity to not take the risk. I wouldn't say not take the risk, but now you have the opportunity to just buy the pack and just not open it. Because that is one, I agree. I actually stopped buying Palm DC stuff when they switched to 20 gems, because I'm like, not 20 gems, $20. I think they did like, what, 3 or 4, maybe 5 comics for $20 at one point. And I was like, you know what, I'm not paying $20 for this. Like, with $20, I'd rather buy, you know, 10 commons off the Veve market. I'd rather put $20 on Veve and buy 10 commons of an X-Men comic that I really like and that I think is undervalued, and do it that way, then just kind of roll the dice on a 20 and instantly lose $10, right? That's just my take, or 10 or more than $10. But now you can just buy the packs and just sell it. You know, I could sell both my stuff right now and just double my money if I really wanted to, but now I just baited myself out and no one is gonna buy my pack. Well, right now they're going for, I have not looked at all this extra stuff. I haven't really dug into, this is like my 3rd time logging into Candy ever, so I haven't really dug into this. But according to this, I really like this info though. 507 owners. I don't know why it says 702 unlisted. Trade volume, highest sale, 550. They're not talking about the unopened ones, right? That must have been like a low mint, because even the unopened packs have like a mint number, strangely enough. You know, like this one's mint number like 1601. So I'm not sure if the pack that you open, if that mint number is going to match whatever you get inside. So if you open up a mint number 111 and you get a legendary, do you get a 1/1/1 legendary? I would assume yes. I think that just makes sense, but not entirely sure. So I don't know. Now you can buy comics on Candy and sell the sealed product, which I like a lot. At least me personally. Okay. What's up, everyone? Hope the music isn't too... Not a huge fan of some of this music. A lot of my old music was getting copyrighted, like, pretty hard. So I was like, all right, let me change it up a bit. This is kind of more of like a synthwave 80s type music kind of stuff. So hope you guys are doing well. I don't think if Veve has any more announced drops other than the desk coming up. I think it's all pretty much done. Am I going to San Diego Comic-Con? That's tough. I would like to. When is it happening? July 25th, 2024. So it's in 7 months. I haven't decided yet. I will definitely be going to DCon though in Vegas. Because DCon in Vegas, or DCon is going to be in Vegas this time, which is like, you know, an hour and a half flight or like a 4-hour drive for me. So either way, it works for me. And I've been to Vegas a few times this last year. I haven't gone crazy or anything like that, but mostly to visit people like Kid Arcade and stuff like that. Super cool, dude. Super awesome guy. He's helped me out with some stuff. I've helped him out with some stuff. So I'll definitely be hanging out with him during San Diego Comic-Con and all that. So not San Diego, sorry. DCon. How do you, sorry, that's Al. What's up? Did you see any of your family for the holidays? What are your New Year's plans? So for the holidays, I pretty much just stayed home, saw some family. But as for the New Year's plans, probably just do something with friends. I don't know, I'm not like huge on New Year's. I think I used to care a lot when I was in like high school and college and stuff or whatever, but it's kind of overrated in my opinion. Unless you have something planned with friends or family, I usually just treat it like any other day. Just assume there's going to be fireworks and stuff and all that, but more often than not, I'm usually just doing something small and casual with friends. Even though last year we did go, me and a couple of friends went to like a rooftop party in downtown Phoenix. It was like a 1950s party, so I like went to Target, got some like suspenders and like a hat and like all this like crazy stuff. Returned all the clothes the next day because like I'm not gonna wear suspenders in a weird like cotton hat or whatever like all day. So, or I'm not gonna wear it more than once. So, but that was fun. DCon in a Raiders or Golden Knights game, that would be great. That is true. Yeah, DCon's going to be a lot of fun. I have a feeling, especially since it's going to be a bit more centrally located. A lot of flights go in and out of there, obviously, that are pretty cheap to and from Vegas. And yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. There was some stuff I was going to look up real quick. Check out Stacker, see what's going on there. Will Veve be in Vegas? We're not sure yet, Gabriel. I'm not sure. I would assume yes. Obviously, Veve skipped this year. I do think Alex G was there because I mean he lives somewhere in SoCal, last I heard. So it was pretty easy for him to go there. But with people like David and Dan, and especially Reese, like you can't, like they're not always gonna be there. And then obviously same thing with Corey and everyone else. All right, let's take a look at Stacker real quick. I've been liking this app a bit more. I've been playing around with it. You guys know me. I like using whatever tools or resources I like that are available that give me and you guys the best info possible to, you know, buy what we want. Here's what I think. Analytics is just, this is just the overall market. How many trades happen, Users buying, users selling. This is pretty cool info. Trying to think of what happened on the 18th. Doesn't surprise me that on drop days there's more buyers and sellers. There's like more activity going on. Wonder what happened on 10/15. What happened on 10/15? Store drops. There had to have been something big that happened that day. That was... Oh, X-Men #1. I should have known. I was like, duh, that was the X-Men #1 drop. Including Professor X and this. Yeah, there was 3 drops that day. It does not surprise me that that graph is just absolutely skyrocketed. Like that trading volume that day was pretty insane. All right, let's see what's up and what's down today. Let's see what's down first. I like looking at what's down first. Someone might have mislisted this. The Last of the Clan McDuck. That one's down. A lot of comics. Uncanny X-Men 120, 129. There's no way that one is still going for, you know, $1.29 or whatever it's going for. It said like $1.50. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of retracement here. This one did pump up to, I remember making a tweet about it saying it went up to like $4 at one point, and right now it's less than $2. So it is a double appearance, double FA with Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. I do think both of those characters are going to make an appearance in like the MCU and stuff. So Wilma says, I'm definitely going to New York Comic Con, logo parties and DCon. Nice, congrats. I don't have a logo, so I don't know, like if I went to these events more often, I probably would go, or if I could like afford to go to DCon, New York Comic Con like all the time, or like to these conventions, I would first own a Veve logo and then go more often. But in my mind, New York Comic Con was just like a, you know, once in a long time trip for me. I was like, I had to go. My collectibles is going to be there. A bunch of people from like the Veve fam is going to be there. A lot of big announcements, a lot of things happening. So I just had to go. But me going again, I don't know. I think the Comic-Con conventions, it's really cool meeting like the Veve fam, but like the convention itself, it definitely seemed like Veve was like a golden handcuff situation where they had to talk about Marvel and that was it. So no DC, no all they could talk about was Marvel. So like no DC, no Disney, no Jurassic Park, no any other IPs. They couldn't talk about it or do whatever. No RoboCop, no Back to the Future, none of that stuff. So that was kind of, and it was kind of, and the convention at New York was terrible because there's no internet, none of that stuff. So I really wanted to like interact with non-Veve people, get them on board, like expose them to the app. And I did actually take some pictures with people with like a collectible next to them. I would usually go up to like a cosplayer and say, hey, can I take a picture of you? It's like a Spider-Gwen, right? And I would take a picture with Spider-Gwen right next to her, show her the picture. She's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, hey, do you want to send you this picture? And they're like, yeah, if you could. And so I would send it to them, and then I would try and onboard them and teach them about Veve and stuff. But it was so hard at the conventions. But yeah. Friend says, I live in Vegas. So you're all set for DCon. That's awesome. New York Comic Con on 10/15. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, New York Comic Con. Thanks for that. Tammy, is this the same Tammy that I know? Tammy Hannah, I assume yes. Nice to see you, Tammy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, there's actually quite a few people that live in Vegas. Kind of surprises me. Even in Phoenix, or just like the greater, you know, like Phoenix area down here in Arizona, surprises me too. Like how many people live in and around here. So I'm actually going to drag Candy over here for now. Just because we're kind of done with it for now. Whoops. Yes, sir. You're moving to Phoenix? What? No way. That's awesome. Congrats. Be ready for the heat. I don't know where you're moving from, but yeah, it's gonna be, you'll like it here. It's a lot of fun. I feel terrible because I know the Phoenix Veve people have done a few different meetups, and I've either missed all of them due to work or just other stuff getting in the way. But I do want to go to those more often, so From Seattle. Okay. Oh yeah, you're gonna love it here. You're not gonna have like a bunch of depressing weather. You're just gonna burn to death. That's it. That's the only difference. But you know, I might do some. I remember I used to do like outdoor streams and stuff, like poolside, like outdoor streams. I might have to do those again when it hits summer and I'm chilling out by the pool, you know, drinking whatever. I'll have to do some streams and hang out with you guys there. I think it'd be a lot of fun to have like a VV like pool party thing and have like a live stream going on. As long as Randy is there. We got to invite Randy, of course. Gonna be a bit of a trip though for him, all the way from New York. All right, let's see what my NFT tracker says about what's up and what's down right now. Okay, so this is down 60 some percent. Thor, okay, that's down 43%. I think the floors on those are just so thin that, yeah, I think the floors on these are just so thin that there was a point where a lot of them got bought up, and because I feel like they've always been in kind of like in the mid single digits. Yeah, these were going for 5.5 gems at one point. Then it looks like someone must have bought, yeah, only 5, and the price more than doubled, and now it's kind of going back down. People are going to start undercutting again. I didn't notice this, but this actual like Thor thing actually has the text on it. Whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Kind of wish it would, the text looks a bit cooler. It looks like it's just Times New Roman, just like your typical Microsoft text. Kind of wish it was a bit cooler, or it was like pieces were like broken off, or it looked like it was a bit more worn out. But still looks cool. Ooh, X-Men number 4. Secret Rare, all the way down to 175. I wonder if that's still there. X-Men number 4 is another really good comic. Obviously. Okay, so now we're getting down, and this is what I mean. Like, today, see, there's a bunch of collectibles and comics that are down like 60%, 50%, 40, 30. Like, when we were looking at it, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago on stream, the thing that lost the most was like 15%. So, like, the market was like really flat. Yesterday or like the day before, but yeah, it definitely seems like there's a little bit more volatility. Someone must have accidentally listed this for too low. New Mutants number 2. New Mutants annual, it says it's going for 6 gems. The ultra rare, yeah, that's a... Yeah, I think someone just accidentally listed that incorrectly. I'll buy it for 6. Boom. I do like Psylocke, but that's a decent little snipe right there. Going for 9, and now it's going for 6. I thought that usually it's out of date. Like, usually it's always a little behind, but... I do like Psylocke. I think I asked this before, but is Psylocke supposed to be like an old woman? Or like a grandma, or like a nanny, or something? Because I don't know why, but... why this is the secret rare. I live in Goodyear, west of Phoenix for a couple years. Oh, nice. How was that? Dude, I like Phoenix. I mean, I grew up in Northern California, so I'm used more inland. So I'm used to like the heat. It's a different kind of heat. So where I used to live, kind of around Sacramento-ish area, a little bit more south, it would get low hundreds, but there was humidity, and that was miserable. It's not like the humidity was insanely high, but there'd be times, yeah, it could get like 50, 60, 70% humidity, but yeah, that's miserable. I'd much rather deal with 115 degree Fahrenheit dry heat than it being like upper 90s with humidity any day of the week. It says, I'm ready. A few of us plan to meet up. I'll DM you and let you know when. I fly in on the 1st for the week. I fly in on the 1st for the week. Okay, for July? Not July. What am I saying? January. Nice. Yeah, let me know. Send me a message or DM me on Twitter. Why did they drop this after Christmas? Drop what? The Coca-Cola? You're talking about the Coca-Cola, right? That's the one that just dropped. Yeah, usually the last 2 years, I think they were Christmas ones, weren't they? This is the first time it's like a non-Christmas Coca-Cola. I don't know, maybe they just missed the timeline, or maybe Coca-Cola just didn't want to do a Christmas thing this year. I mean, they've already done snow globes and other stuff, right? So I don't know what else they have. I'm assuming you're talking about the vending machines. At least that's what I think you're talking about, Justin. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's how. So any good vids on how to onboard our Omi into Veve before the new year? Yeah, I thought there was. Let me see if I can find one right now. I could have sworn Foster had one, like literally on his. Thought Foster Hilt literally had a video. I could have sworn Foster had a video. I know if you go on YouTube and look at how to bridge your Omi to Veve, like there's a bunch of videos, but the one I used when I did it like 5 or 6 months ago, it was the one that Foster did. See if I can just find it here. Omi to Veve app. Yeah, this is the one I did. Here, just if I literally just YouTubed. I'll just do it this. Yeah, I literally just went on YouTube and just typed in Omi to Veve app. This is the one I used. So it says bridging the Omi token from layer 1 exchanges to layer 2 Veve wallet step-by-step guide. Surprised I haven't liked this video yet. He has the links on, you know, where this article is that does explain it. There is an article, that, like an official Veve article that explains it more in depth, but this is the one I did. So if you want to know how to do it, just go to YouTube, type in Omi to Veve app, use this one from Foster. It's 4 months ago. Don't use one from, you know, like 2022 or whatever. It's probably changed since then. So I wouldn't risk that, but I would definitely use that video. That's what I used, and it worked for me. It's a little bit scary. Obviously, do test transfers, and yeah, it's going to cost a few bucks and fees and stuff to do a test transfer. But it's much better to do that than like lose hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of Omi because you did it incorrectly one time. So Big A says, "Oh wow, another stream. Nice. What's up, dude?" Yeah, East Coast humidity was a surprise for me. Much preferred West Coast. Loved Utah and Northern California. Yeah. Dude, Slav, dude, this guy from Australia. Are you from Australia, or is that just where you're living now? Are you from there, Slavs? Or were you just visiting? I'm curious. Utah is nice. Northern California is great too, obviously. The thing I liked about living where I grew up was like you're pretty much like 1 to 2 hours from the beach. It was like a 2-hour drive to the beach, even though it was like really cold. But technically you could like go to the beach. If you wanted to go to like the beach in Southern California, it would probably be like a 6-7 hour drive. You would have to make a whole day out of it, or like a weekend. But if you want to go to like the mountains, that was like a 2-hour drive. There's a couple national parks within like 2 or 3 hours. You want to go do some like wine tasting or some like go vineyard stuff like that, that was like a 2-hour drive. Like everything that you kind of wanted to do was like within like a 1 to 2 hour drive, which was kind of nice. My Collectibles has an Omi layer 2 video too. Yeah, they all do. I'm just, the one I used personally was Foster's. I think part of the reason why I didn't use My Collectibles is because he was using a like Canadian only exchange. I'm sure it works the exact same, but like the exchange he was using was like a Canadian crypto exchange thing that I think they have to use up there in Canada. I used Foster's because I think he used Bit4X or something like that, which I know is what a lot of people use, including myself. So but yeah, I mean, any of the videos, it's, you know, if you kind of watch one video, it'll give you a good idea. And yeah, the cutoff is January 1st. So if you guys are trying to, you know, not financial advice, but if you guys have Omi and you want to bridge it over, do it sooner rather than later, because I do think Veve is going to give out either rewards or an airdrop or some sort of utility potentially for people that do that were part of season 0 right? So if you can get it in now before season 1 starts, you might get an airdrop or like an Omi logo. Who knows, right? I think it would be cool. I think they should, but if they don't, you know, whatever. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do this. There we go. Vil says, hey, Vibes, looks like some of the Grail comics are rising. Hulk, Thor, Iron Man are closing 40 gem floors, and X-Men #1 overtaking giant size comics. Yeah, good call. I remember for a long time, and I kind of wish, and everyone's going to be saying this, I wish I bought more, but it's true. I remember for a long time. Yeah, these are at 31. I mean, they're basically at 33 gems. 2 more sales, they're at like 33 gems. But with, yeah, I remember buying up quite a few of these at like between 22 to 25, 26 gems. Not a ton, but I do remember buying quite a few of these. And now they're up to 31. It only made sense that these would start slowly going up in price. And then giant size, which one, what is the, if I just type in giant here, it's be more than good enough to find it. Yeah, giant size about the same price. I remember giant size was much higher. I mean, obviously it was like 40% more than X-Men, but I do think X-Men #1 is going to overtake giant size, even though this one is cheaper. We'll see though. I think those two comics will be relatively close in value. I do think the fact that giant size X-Men is like 2,500 mints more scarce, right? This is 7,500. X-Men #1 as 10,000. If they were the same mints, hands down, X-Men #1 would be better. But I think because giant size also it's a very iconic comic and it's more scarce, that's what helps it out a ton. Slav says, I traveled around the US and did my college in Kentucky, originally from Europe. Australia is my home now. Nice. Dude, I would love to visit Australia. I've had a few friends go to Australia and they just absolutely love it. From what I've heard, it's a little pricey just because a ton of stuff is imported. But I could be wrong. Whoops. Let's get to... a little bit more blue in the background. There we go. It's kind of messing around with the light back here. Retweeted about Desk. It's as boring as expected. Can be crafted on the 4th. Yeah, we covered that a bit earlier today. We had it up. It is animated. If you watch the video, I mean, it's kind of cool. They do the little sketch, right? It's right here. Yeah, we were looking at this earlier. The sketch part is pretty cool. I'm not going to throw 200 gems at it. Or even 150 gems. I think this will go for, I don't know, because right now you can buy all the pencils for what? 20. You can get all the pencils for, as of right now, because the prices went up a bit, probably like 110 gems, right? For all the pencils right now. So you can spend about 100 gems, 110, get all the pencils, craft the desk. As of right now, like box price, technically the desk is worth 110 gems. I do think these, depending on how many they are, they could go down to like 80 or 90, but we'll see. I think a lot of people are going to do it as fast as they can to get a low mint number, because remember, that's happened a few times where people will craft something and it'll be a low mint number. Like they'll almost mint in order, so it'll be like 41, 42, 43. So you're going to have a lot of people, I think, doing that as well, just trying to craft as fast as they can. Bob Sales, what's up, dude? Says, what up, Vibes? What's up, all? Maverick is here too. How we doing? Dude, I'm just hanging out. Did a workout not too long before this stream, so I'm feeling good. Definitely drinking a lot of water. I have not, that is one thing I'm trying to correct, is to drink more water in general. I should know better because I've been living in the desert for the better part of like 5 years now, almost 6 years. Can't believe the SR Coke drop is only at 200. I thought with the mint supply, it would do better. I think it's about where we expected. A few people yesterday were asking where they thought, or how much they thought it was going to go for. And I think me and a few other people thought it would probably be between 200 to 250. That's kind of what we expected. I know it's super low mint, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's a vending machine. You know, it's not a super significant first appearance. It's a cool looking Coke machine, but I don't think a lot of people grew up with that like looking Coke machine, right? For me, the 1980s one is the most iconic because I grew up with this one. I think this one looks the coolest personally, the 1950s one. The 1970s was, it looks cool, but I definitely think it's mainly being carried by its scarcity. I mean, it's going for 220 right now. So that's not a bad price. I mean, putting 20 in and getting an 11x on your return is not bad at all. I think someone bought a bunch of Grail comics pushing prices 35 to 37. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. And you know what the nice thing is? We can check it out here on Stacker. Just go to X-Men #1, see if people have been buying this. Let's look at the common. Yeah, it's been steadily going up. It's not like there's like an insane spike in price. But just for today, only 2 have been bought today. But yeah, yesterday and the day before, been 1, 2. You guys can see this. Zoom in one more. So today, 2 sales today, 4 happened yesterday. These are all just floor mints, right? But 2 days ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 were bought. 6 or 7 were bought yesterday. So not insanely high volume, but enough for a comic like this to see the price move up a bit. So it's probably a combination of like activity on the comic as well as delistings that are definitely contributing to the price going back up. For sure. Let's see here. Kind of want to see where the ultra rare is. Whoops. This is easier if I just click ultra rare here. Yep, it's at 105 right now. Pretty decent little dip right here. It was 14 listings, and I guess quite a few people listed it all the way down to 90. But yeah, when this released months ago, it was going for 81, 78. All-time low was 76 gems. This is, yeah, mid-December. I mean, this was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's up a decent little amount there. I'm not a huge fan of the cover. I actually, in some ways, like the rare more than the ultra rare. Strangely enough, I don't know if it's just because more focus is on the actual characters, or there's just like less crazy coloring going on. But that's just me personally. The SR Coke machine is ugly. Everyone's taking pics with their rare or uncommon, so probably hurt SR values. Still a big W for anyone that landed though. Yeah, I'm not sure if, you know, I think people overall prefer the uncommon or rare, but I'm not sure if like people tweeting about it or saying that they like it is like hurting the value of the SR, but I know what you mean. There's maybe just not a huge demand for the SR, but I mean, like I said, in this market, buying something and getting an 11x immediately is pretty insane. So that's still a huge W. LM Bat says, "Sup vibes, in your opinion, is it worth getting a Batcal? Thinking about getting one for early access whenever the first appearance of Batman comes out." I mean, how much are they going for right now? I think they're still going for like 300, right? Last I checked, they were basically going for box price, right? Maybe a little bit cheaper. We'll take a super quick look at it. I don't want to actually, let me check over here. Bat cowl. Will it show up here? But it is one word. Yeah, like right now the yeah, like right now the cheapest cowl going for 234. Wow, prices have gone down a lot. Yeah, floor price of cows is going for 234. And that's hard to say. I mean, it sounds like you're almost buying it exclusively just so you can get early access for the comic drop, right? I'm not sure. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but it's like, I don't know, you're almost better off just saving that 230 or 250 $50 worth of stuff and just buying a lot of commons or whatever on the drop, right? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be as much as Superman #1, because those are still worth quite a bit, but it's really hard to say. Me personally, I say no. But you can do whatever you want, obviously. I don't, your situations might be different than mine, so. Australia prices are higher than the US for sure. Even the USD stronger conversion. Interesting. Maverick, I'll be in Arizona for the Waste Management Open. Okay, so you're gonna get absolutely sloshed at the golf tournament. Yeah, I've wanted to go actually quite a few times, but something either happens, or I think one year I sold my tickets to a friend of mine for a good price. So I was like, all right, I'm like, I don't like golf that much. And I didn't know what it was for like the first couple years I lived here. So I was like, all right, whatever. And the one year I did get tickets, another friend forgot his, but he gave me a good price. So he bought them off me. And then this last year, I think I just ended up just deciding to not go. I think I was just busy with other stuff. That's also the same weekend that the Super Bowl, like the Super Bowl and the Waste Management Open was the same weekend here in Phoenix last year, or was it the year before? Yeah, this last year, which is insane. So that was traffic was brutal. Ubers were brutal. Ordering food was brutal. Like anything revolving around cars, driving, anything like that was just insane. Rip Madame Leota? I don't know who that is. Is that I don't know if you're trolling me or... Oh, is that the thing from... Did I spell that wrong? Oh, that's this thing. Yeah, I didn't even bother with this. Let me try it again. 2,000 in the store. How many of these actually sold? Yeesh. Less than 500. Because remember, Veve holds back like 900 or something like that. Not 900. Sorry, like over 90. I don't know. So about 900 sold. Yeah, I haven't really looked at this one at all. Like I didn't even know the name, and I've already forgot about it. It's just not a big thing for me. I've been playing with alts, some nice pumps in the last few weeks. Hello has some nice potential. I've really looked at alts too much. I really should, and I need to research more, but there's just like so much information out there and so many different platforms, and I feel like I would need to make an account on like Mexi and like other stuff, and it's like I don't know. It seems like it would take me quite a bit of time to sit down and kind of research it all. I do have a friend that is very well versed and familiar with altcoins and crypto and all that stuff, and so he's kind of gotten me into it a little bit. But it's just one of those things that you either do one of two things, right? You either get with a friend that's extremely knowledgeable that you really, really trust, and they kind of just tell you what to buy, right? And they're like, hey, just this is my portfolio. If you have more or less, cool, but this is what I'm buying. This is ideally what I'm looking for. This is when to sell. I'm gonna do this. Like they kind of give you their plan. And you're like, okay. Or you do all the research on not just like the coins, but also how to move the money around. Make sure your account doesn't get banned if you're trying to make an account internationally, right? And then research and look at the white paper and all this stuff. So it's like, it's way more involved than just, that's part of the reason why I like Veve so much because just the information's right here. It's black and white, super simple. But there's also insane gains on altcoins because not a lot of people are willing to do that kind of work, right? So it is something I do want to get into, and I'll probably definitely get into it more in the next few weeks when especially my work starts slowing down. But yeah, as of right now, I can't off the top of my head say, you know, as of right now, I'm not in any like altcoins. I'm definitely like Naomi and just the standard Bitcoin, ETH, you know, that kind of stuff. But I do want to get into some other ones for sure. And I've heard of a lot of them. Someone paid $200 for today's unopened comic box number 2. Even though the comic inside is random, people still apparently willing to pay for lower mint unopened boxes you can only get with Cal. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, if you have a Cal and you're one of the first people to get in or buy stuff, yeah, that is a big deal. So that's kind of what I was asking about earlier was like, man, if you get like a low mint unopened thing, I assume if you open it, I assume the mint is going to be the same inside. But even if it's not, I mean, people always want, unopened product, right? Sealed product. People are always going to want that, whether it's physical or digital. I like sealed stuff. Me personally, because it's just a guarantee, right? You know, you pull the lever. It's almost like, you know, you go into a game show or whatever, and the first question they ask you is like, all right, you're in the game show. Do you want to take the 50 grand guaranteed, or do you want to take a guess at this like really random, absurd question? You have a 1 in 100 chance to win $1 million and like a 1 in 50 chance to win this much, and then a 1 in 10, and then, but you still have a 60% chance or 70% chance to only get, you know, $100 back. Do you want to take I'm like, I'm gonna take the guaranteed 50 grand and just walk away. Like, I'm not gonna take a random guess or whatever, right? I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. And plus, sealed product is a collectible in and of itself, right? If people have, you know, all the cards from like the, you know, Pokemon set, arguably that an unopened pack itself is also part of the set, right? So I do think that's going to be a thing that people sleep on. People are going to say like, hey, I have all of this series of collectibles or whatever it is and the sealed version of it. Now I have the complete set because I have the whole, almost the beginning and the end of the series or the set. Crazy Veve guy says, get Dino back to YouTube vibes. We missed the egg gang. Glad I caught you live. Yeah, thanks. Jared, what's up? Can you bring up Joe Mad Batman and first appearance Joker, please? Of course, dude. Anything for you guys. Maybe not anything, but something that won't get me banned. Let's just look at it on here first, and then we'll look at like how much the pricing went up. All right, price is definitely creeping up on these. These were going for like 68, 70, not terribly long ago. These were below box price for a bit. Now it's at 85, basically 90 at this point. And then Joe Mad, I'll just put Joe. Joe should be good enough. Joe's also going for 77 right now. If I had to pick between the two, I mean, I'm going with Joker every day, even though there's less editions of Joe Mad Batman. You know, not first appearance. He is first edition. Okay, maybe I'll take a step back. There's only based on this, there's only 3 collectibles, right? That are release date. Flip this. So as far as I know, there's only 3 collectibles with the FE tag, right? In the whole thing. Correct? Where it's like Becky Cloonan, Joe Mad, and Rizzo. Do these have the FE tag as well? Let me look up Jason really quick. I don't think so. That does make him unique. I will say that, actually. I'm not sure if it was all the season 1 Batmans or if it was just the very, very first set. I'll have to check. Kind of forgot about that. That's actually a good question, Jared. Now you got me thinking. All right, here it is. Okay, he's not first edition. It would say right here. It says edition type NA. Interesting. Yeah, there's only... It might not matter now, but you never know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 years from now, with these being the only FE collectibles on the app, that could be a deal. Me personally, I would probably still rather take first appearance Joker over like Joe Mad, personally. But I don't think these ones should get slept on either. Because this is like the only version of a kind of quote unquote error, right? You know, people put a lot of value in like error, cards, comics, collectibles, statue, you know, whatever you want to name it, right? These are arguably errors because these are the only FEs, right? And Veve's kind of agreed, like, we messed up with the whole FE thing. We recognize, in my opinion, Veve should have just left it. Whatever it was before, leave it and just move on. Whatever new collectibles, do FAs normally or just not call anything FE, whatever. But it does make these unique. This very, very first set of Batman's very unique. So I will say that. Let's look at the prices. See how much they've gone up or down. Wow, Joe Mad at one point was down to 60. That looks to be his all-time low. Yeah, his all-time low was 60 on October 11th. So right about here, yeah, 60 gems was his all-time low. Now he's pushing 77. And then Joker, look here, what's his all-time low? 62. Wow. I didn't realize he went that low. I thought he was more in like the 68s, but yeah, 62 is pretty low. When did this happen? November 5th. Wow, November was just... Dude, maybe November was the very, very bottom. November 5th. Says it happened here, 60, but this is, I don't know. Regardless, yeah, this is, I don't know. Maybe November for a lot of collectibles was the absolute bottom. Could it go lower? Of course, or at least a little bit lower. I don't think Joker's ever gonna go back down to 60 flat or like 62 again, but he could go back down to, you know, 68 or whatever. Or if, you know, paying an extra 20 gems isn't that big of a deal to you, you know, then go for it. That is one of the few collectibles I do want to go back, like kind of come back around and purchase. Okay, I thought this video was removed for a second. I'm like, wait, did Veve accidentally release this video and it wasn't supposed to be sent out or something? But no, it was, I guess it was just downloading a million times. Let's see what's up a ton. There's no way. Tarzan? I think it's just the delisting. Yeah, there's hardly any listed. Let's look at Tarzan really quick. I really doubt. If I'd be surprised if there's, yeah, there's like 9 listed. Yeah, this is why he's so expensive, because hardly anyone bought it. Yeesh. I don't know, what is the worst selling collectible where it's like percentage wise the least amount of people bought it? I think this might be one of them. I mean, we had less than 400 people buy this collectible. I'm trying to think like what was the worst, not the worst selling, but what was the one that sold the least? Probably shouldn't say such words like worst, best, terrible, whatever, but it is what it is though. I don't think like which one was the least popular one. It might have been this, but there's a handful of other collectibles too. What else pumped a ton? Oh, interesting. Okay. I thought I bought this one recently. Amazing Spider-Man 361. I thought I bought this one recently. 361. $21. Yeah, I thought I bought. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I thought about buying it, but I just ended up not doing it. I could have sworn I got one of these. Am I able to search my list of comics here? No, I don't. I guess I don't have it. I don't even have a Carnage. That can't be right. There's just so many comics I forget whether I bought stuff or not. Did you already discuss the quality of the animation on the desk? I thought they did not look good. It looked like a slideshow to me. I think it looks, it's not, I mean, it looks cool. It's not amazing. It's not blowing me away. Like I said before, it's not making me want to throw 150 gems at it, or even 100 gems. I might buy the desk if it's going for 50, but I think I kind of said this from the beginning. I'm like, I think it's just going to be a typical desk. I said the only way it's going to break or do really, really well, in my opinion, is if it has like absurd utility or absolutely insane animation that we've never seen before. And even with the animation, right? Animations alone can't save a collectible from it going down a ton in value. Like, look at Green Lantern. Great looking animation, in my opinion. Same thing with Iron Man. Like, Iron Man is the best looking collectible to present to someone that's new to Veve. It's got sound, it looks cool, animation's great, it could fly, presents super well in AR, like has everything going for it. Even that's down to like box. I haven't even looked at that one in a while, actually. I'm willing to bet that one is at or below retail right now. And that has arguably the best animation in the game. Best animation on the app. Yeah, it's going for 65. What was the box price of these? 65. How much were these going for? 60. Okay, it's not at box price yet, but it's pretty darn close. And I still have mine that I got on the drop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be that guy that just completely dumps on collectibles and stuff, but all I can say is I'm not too surprised that the desk isn't doing something absolutely amazing or that we're blown away by. This is kind of what I expected, to be honest. Let's see how the pencils are doing. We looked at the pencils earlier. It's been about 30 minutes or 45 minutes, like, since the announcement. Pencils did go up a tiny bit. Wreck-It Ralphs are getting undercut pretty hard. They were at like 51 last we checked. Lion King is getting about the same, maybe undercut a little bit. Frozen is getting hard undercut. This is going for like 20 or like high 19s. There's already a bunch of people trying to undercut. Tinkerbell a little bit. And then Aladdin. Aladdin's actually kind of holding here, value-wise. Yeah, I think people are already starting to undercut. I think at this point, it's the price of the pencils have kind of topped out, in my opinion. If we're talking between now and when the actual crafting starts, or even when the crafting ends, I think pencils have kind of topped out in value, in my personal opinion. Not financial advice, of course. Let's see what else is up for today. Interesting, that's up a lot. This X-Force? New Mutants, not X-Force. New Mutants 100. That's up quite a bit. Have you guys made any big moves in the market recently? Any big collectibles or sold off a bunch of stuff? I know everyone always likes to look at the big ticket items, right? People always want to look at Todd and Walt and all kinds of stuff. So market cap, like if you look here, like, yeah, whenever one of these things sells, it's a big deal. But I'm curious if you guys are making any big moves in the market, or if you guys shifted your focus. Me personally, I kind of want to make some moves, but at the same time, I'm kind of waiting to see what Veve actually does with MCP. I think that's going to be a bit of a game changer for some stuff, mostly for comics, not so much for collectibles. I think the points and stuff that collectibles provide are kind of locked in at this point. But I think with comics, how many points they'll provide, in addition to that, what you can actually do with the points, that's going to be, I think, a bit of a game changer. It could definitely shift around some of the focus. Because, you know, all it takes is an updated version of the MCP like program. If Veve updates it and says, oh, by the way, you know, rares are going to give 2 points still, but now we're upping uncommons from half a point to 1 point, and you can stack them unlimitedly. At that point, uncommons are the best things to stack, and the price of uncommons are going to fly up. Rares would probably stay the same, maybe go down a tiny bit, but now people are going to be like, all right, if there's an uncommon that is less than half the price of the rare, I'm going to buy it until it gets up to half the price. And then now it's worth the equivalent amount MCP wise. So that's kind of my take, is like, I'm not going to throw a ton of money into VV right away. And plus, any money I do have, I'm kind of placing it more into altcoins and stuff personally. So this one I haven't looked at in a while. Web of Spider-Man. So this is Ben Reilly, his first appearance. I think a lot of people are kind of sleeping on Ben Reilly. I do like his outfit. I don't know why, but there's something about his outfit. I do like Ben Reilly a lot. Secret Rare was going for 88 at one point. Was that his all-time low? Yeah, it might have been his low. 88, now up to 150. I think it was just because it was super cheap. Let me close that. Okay, maybe his all-time low was 78. This is back in May. Interesting. All right, let's go to collectibles really quick. See what's down. I kind of want to focus on the collectibles. Deadpool. Is that the ultra rare or secret rare? That's the ultra rare. Dang, who would have thought Deadpool ultra rare would go down to 30 gems at one point? That's crazy. Sue Storm. Yeah, now we're getting in the teens. Now there's no like real steals to be had here, you know? A lot of posters. Posters and cards going down a lot, unsurprisingly. And let's see what's up. I know we looked at this already, but wow. Is this the God, I forgot the name of this thing. Lola 59. Yeah, there's only 477 of these. So it's going for a 300. Now it's up to 500. I think it's just because there's so few listed. Yeah, there's only 15 on the market. I think there's none one that like pops out at me. Ooh, okay. Blossom. Wow, Blossom was going for 18 gems at one point. Now she's up to 30. Yeah, she's almost doubled in price. This is actually a season 1 collectible. I probably wouldn't mind grabbing. It's just tough because all the other Powerpuff Girls are ridiculously expensive. The avocado one, the Romulan Warbird. Available 5,000 is my guess. You know what? That's a really good call for a collectible that hardly, I think just because the price was so astronomically high. 120 gems for that one, if I remember correctly. Let's take a look at it really quick. Put in Romulan. I don't know. That one sold 700. Percentage wise, I think this one is the worst. But if we're talking about just the raw amount in circulation, this is not the worst. But percentage wise, this is probably the worst one. Gosh, 120 gems for this. And see, and this is why it's important for us to like educate people that are getting onto Veve. Because I've brought family and friends onto Veve, and you know, they'll see something like this, like, oh, I like Star Trek or the Romulan Warbird or whatever, and they click, oh, 120 buy, instead of just doing this, right? Dude, I cannot spell Romulan. There we go. You go to the market, you can get one for almost half price, but there's only 6 on the market. That's crazy. I think there's a way we can see on here. Quantity listed. What if we go by listed percentage wise? A lot of zeros because these are all one of ones. A lot of the one of ones aren't listed. One thing I do not like about this page is if you're trying to organize by like amount listed. Okay. I wonder if that one guy bought more Vote Lokis. It got me curious now. Yeah, we're looking at the like The Jurassic Park posters. Yeah, there's hardly any of these Romulan Warbird things on there. 0.1% is actually on the market. And then the Vote Lokis. Dude, is there still someone buying a ton of these Vote Lokis? There's still one person buying 283 of these. There's another person not far behind buying 221. I think it's the same person that bought a few yesterday. Same person, nothing's really changed. Are there any non-Marvel and non-Disney drop that you're looking forward to next year? Any other IP vertical that you would like to see? Me, personally, verticals, I think we need to get cards. Whether it's Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know, some like... I prefer not to get like Disney or whatever. I think if we get cards and you can like buy a pack, you can either keep it sealed, you can open it, you know, you can get holographic, you can get secret, you know, whatever version, you can get all kinds of stuff. In my opinion, I think we need, that's like a new vertical, is like cards. Because you keep the sealed pack, you can sell the pack as a standalone thing, or you can sell the cards individually. I think that'd be huge. I can't think of any other like big card games with like a massive community behind it, right? Off the top of my head, let me take a look here. Yeah, that's like the big three. Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are like the big three. The other ones get a bit more niche after that. Yeah, then after that you start getting into things called like Flesh and Blood trading card game that released in 2019. Disney Lorcana, that's really, really new. Keyforge, released in 2018. Like a lot of these card games released like in the last like 5 years. Digimon, Final Fantasy. Okay, that's in like 2011, but that's I don't think people think Final Fantasy. I don't think they think trading card game. Bakugan, 2000. Yeah, I don't know this stuff. I think if we're gonna get cards, we need like the big three. I think that's like a new vertical. Then of course sports. I don't know. I'm not a. I kind of like having a bunch of nerds on one platform, kind of get away from sports and stuff like that. But if we do want more people on the platform, we do need sports normies on here. You know, for football, baseball, basketball, all that kind of stuff. Soccer. FA Spider-Man collectible still undervalued to me. I would agree. I still need to pick one up. There's a period of time where I had a lot of Spider-Mans, but I think I sold a good amount, probably all of them at this point. I still, yeah, I agree. Are you talking about just the... Are you talking about all of them? Collectibles. Are you talking about like the common and uncommon, like these ones here? I assume you're talking about like the common. Common right now is going for 60, 70 right now. What's its all-time low? Doesn't say. Doesn't say on here. It will say on here though. It's not always 100% accurate. I do take it with like a grain of salt when it does say that, you know, some hit an all-time low or an all-time high, because back in the day prices were literally moving by hundreds of gems, sometimes you know, by like 1,000 gems within a day. So it only captures one of the prices at some point during that day. So it's not always 100% accurate. But if we're looking at the, I guess the next one is the common here. Yeah, there's the common. All-time low was 49. Wow. Now that was in November. Dude, it was November 18, 2023. Was November like, dude, maybe November is like the bottom of the market, because a lot of stuff's all-time low is in November. Now it seems like stuff is turning around. Yeah, 50 gems. This was originally released for 40. All-time high 1350. That is insane. That was in January 2022. Yeah, this is a great one. Obviously, the one thing that's holding it back is 32,000 mints. That's a lot of mints, but it's still Spider-Man at the end of the day. That's pretty much the number one thing holding it back. There's 5 different versions of Spider-Man that you can buy. It's the same issue that Thor has. It's the same issue that Black Panther has, where it's like, if there was 2 versions of Spider-Man FA, you know, whatever the lesser version is or the lower, let's say it's an uncommon and a secret rare. Uncommon would probably be going for like 350, 400 gems right now, like easily, depending on the mints. And then the secret rare would be worth whatever it is right now, right? Like maybe more actually, because even the ultra rare here is worth 800, so it's probably higher. But I think because there's so many variations, like people are like, oh, I love Spider-Man, I want the first appearance. Like, well, I can't afford these, I might as well just buy the common, and that's it, and call it a day. I'd love to see animated covers or more animated posters for the Veveverse. I agree. More Capcom. Oh yeah, Capcom would be amazing. Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Mega Man. Yeah, those would all be amazing. I would just see X-Men, Marvel versus Capcom. You know, like a fighting game version or whatever. Yeah, but dude, Mortal Kombat would be another amazing one. I don't know if it's kid friendly, right? But I guess they just won't show the crazy and gory animations. They'll just either have pretty standard animations or they just will be static figures. But dude, I would love Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, Goro, all the guys. The common and the rare Spider-Man, I think they're still a buy. Yeah, rare's going for 100. Box price was 100. Now it's going for 60. Yeah, dude, all-time low for these was 65 a month ago. Okay, so far almost everything we've looked at for all-time low was in November of this year. So it's like, all right, is this like the bottom? Because since then stuff has been moving up. Because this says November, what was it, 28th, 29th? So somewhere around here was its all-time low of 65 gems. Now it's up to over 100. So it's definitely moved quite a bit. November was a boring month, so not surprised. Yeah, that's the time to buy, is when stuff is boring. And that's typically where I buy. I mean, actually, I did buy quite a few things in November, but it was mostly comics, not really collectibles. I did buy quite a few comics during November. But this is all December, because I think these are all in order. Yeah, I remember during November, I bought quite a few of the X-Men 137, X-Men 94. Bunch of these on the draw. I need to buy more X Factors. There's quite a few comics I still need to buy more of. It's just hard. There's just so much good stuff on the app. It's a good problem to have. When there's just so many good things on the app, you just don't know what to buy or you don't know where to start. So I guess it's a good problem to have. I guess David, you was right. We do need to like pick a corner at some point. Let's see what's down. I always like seeing what's down and not what's up. I like to see what's up if I do have a handful of things I'm trying to sell, because obviously when stuff pumps, you want to undercut and get the best price possible. But if you're trying to buy, you want to see what's down, because that's where I snagged that one comic today. Got a $6 ultra rare of Psylocke, and I like Psylocke as a character a lot. I think she's really cool. I don't know. I've always liked X-Men. I've liked X-Men. I like all the characters. I also think X-Men, the show, and the writing, the comics and all that stuff do a fantastic job of portraying female characters and stuff too. Like, infinitely more interesting than some of the MCU movies and stuff that we've gotten recently. Like, if they do an X-Men show or movie, like, just make it about the X-Men. All the characters are there. Just don't make it too crazy. Just write the characters as they are. They write themselves literally in the comics. Yeah, you can't go wrong with anything FA or Spider-Man related. Honestly, if there's something I've learned the last year and a half, especially, do not doubt or downplay anything Spider-Man related. Anything that happened to Spider-Man, his storyline, any significant event that's happened to him, either in the comics or whatever, like, you cannot downplay that. Even this like recent one that Veve announced, what was it? I don't think it's worth anything. I could be completely wrong. I'll have to look it up. But this one right here, let me drag it over. It was like, is this even a thing? Are they really doing this considering like an FA? The first appearance of Miles Morales of the Marvel Universe. Miles Morales' Spider-Man 2 2017 features variant covers by Sarah Pichelli, Daniel, I cannot pronounce all these. Daniel Marquez. Drops some blood. Like, is this worth anything? Let me look this up. Go collect. Is this worth anything in real life? I know this is a terrible way to look it up. It doesn't look like it. Okay, maybe not. It's probably too new of a book, and it's like, all right, first appearance of this character in a Marvel, of the Marvel Universe. So what's the difference? First appearance of Miles Morales and then of the Marvel Universe? Like, is that different than normal? I don't know. Long story short, anything that's Spider-Man related, I at least take some time to like research and look into it a little bit. I'll look into it more later, but for the symbiote event, I wish they gave you the option to fuse the Marvel Mighty Spider-Man or FA Spider-Man collectible in the symbiote. See, you know what? You know what'd be awesome is if they still allowed you to do it, but they just didn't tell you. So if you actually owned like an FA Spider-Man or Miles Morales or Ben Reilly or whatever, and you had the symbiote, it like let you fuse them together, even though it's not part of the thing. I think it'd be really cool if occasionally Veve did those kind of things where there's almost like an Easter egg, right? And I think Veve will do it eventually, but there's just so much red tape around digital collectibles and the licensors and this and that, and they probably don't have the technology, or, you know, is it bad taste, or is it like a legal gray area where they like can't tell us about certain things when they should? I have no idea, but if I remember correctly, that version of Miles is evil. He's not that relevant. Okay, that makes sense. That doesn't surprise me. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to check out here? I'm gonna stack a bunch of the symbiote collectibles and use them as decoration. Dude, same here. Whatever the symbiote thing, I think the symbiote is the winner, because that's the thing that burns. Symbiote itself is like an FA, right? It's like a symbiote. I'm definitely gonna be buying a few of those if I can, to say the least. So you know, there's not a ton of stuff like absurdly down. I mean, obviously there's like quite a few comics. I think there was a handful of whales. I kind of just bought the floor of like 10 or 15 common comic floors. So the price, the floor to a lot of comics in general are super thin, including the commons. So I think a handful of them, including like first appearance of like Jubilee, first appearance of Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde. There's a couple other ones too that, oh, and Red Hulk, like this one, like went up a ton. Now it's like right back down recently. Yeah, this, I think there was just so few. I don't understand how this common comic went up to $17, but I think it was just super scarce. That, or we might see Red Hulk in the MCU. I mean, that could be a thing, right? Yeah, Spider-Mans are looking pretty good right now. Even uncommon. I mean, look at uncommon Spider-Man. Uncommon Spider-Man, 45 gems. That's going less than retail. I actually like this pose a lot. I feel like if there was a kid that plays Fortnite and wants to buy a Spider-Man kit, a Spider-Man collectible off EV is more than inclined to buy this because A, it's cheaper, and B, he's doing like the little upside down troll like peace sign versus this one. I mean, this is a super iconic pose for Spider-Man. So is this one, but I don't know. I think this upside down one's pretty cool too. It's less mints than the common, and it's 45 gems right now. It's even gone up. It was 40 at one point. Yeah, all-time low for this was 35. Now it's up to 45. Oh my gosh, dude, these little ads that pop up occasionally on my NFT tracker. Not a huge fan. 24-hour trend. How much is ASM number 1? Take a look. ASM number 1. Last I checked, I believe it was 12. Yeah, 11, 12. It's one away from 12. Yeah, it's 11 right now. This was going for like 9.5 at one point. I think it was like last month. Did you try out Pinnacle? Halo Hard? I did not. I'm not on it. I'm not against it. I really just don't want to spread myself too thin. Like, I'm already on like 4 different platforms for NFTs and stuff, and I know if I blink before I know it, 6 months from now I'm gonna be in like 7 projects, and it's just gonna be hard to like keep up with all of them. Like right now I'm in Candy, apparently, Veve. I'm also on Cryptoys, but really on Cryptoys I just bought the Star Wars, the first version. I just bought the cubes and didn't open them. Honestly, on that one I'm just waiting for the market to open, then I'm probably just gonna sell the cubes. But as far as I know, you can still buy the cubes. I don't know. I didn't put that much into it. For me, a big proponent is if something has a market. If Pinnacle, right, as of right now, Pinnacle doesn't have a market. You just buy and you just wait, right? Not a huge fan of that. I would like to have the option to either sell it while it's hot or cash out or whatever, right? But if it's just kind of like, buy something, you hold on to it, you kind of hope there's a market eventually. I mean, they technically don't have to release a market unless there's not a plan to do it, right? So we'll see, but nothing against it. It's just, I think the main thing for me was it was just another project and there's no market, last I heard. So but cool. I don't blame you. That's how I felt when Cryptoys came out. I'm dabbling with Pinnacle. Let's see. That's the same thing I did with you. Yeah, me and you are on the exact same page. I did the reverse. You did that to Cryptoys. I'm doing that to Pinnacle, where I'm like, it's, you know, Cryptoys has a cool like VR like kind of world thing with you can run around with your character. You know, they look kind of cute, all that stuff. So there's kind of something there, but there's no market still. And then as for Pinnacle, I don't know much about it, but it's like, okay, they're pins. I don't know what you pin them to or what you can actually do with it or what utility they provide. They look cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not sure what else it could do. Definitely need to buy more comics. I know I've been saying that. I just need to buy more comics, and then maybe there's a handful of collectibles I still need to go out and grab. Does it show the comic I bought recently? Did it not show it? Let me refresh this. You know, one thing I forgot to do is look at the feed. Actually, looking at the feed occasionally is actually kind of fun. You get some really troll comments or people being weird. Are also really funny, but like this guy. Dude, so we need to have a time where we just read the feed. Monochromy, 2023 was a great year for me. I didn't buy anything and saved my hard-earned money. All right, I'll like that. That's just funny. Jack's family, let's go. He ended up getting the 8. Wait, oh, that's kind of cool looking. You guys notice that there's the 1980s vending machine, but within it he like shrank it down, and there's the 1950s one right there, I think, like inside of it. That's kind of funny, or kind of cool looking. Kind of hard to tell. I wish I could click it and like make the picture bigger, but it won't let me. Okay, we got Elsa in the icebox. Coca-Cola vending machines. I do like you can like list stuff on the market here on the like directly onto the feed. I do like that so people can check it out and, you know, view and market. What mint did he get? Oh, 1550. Don't know why that's worth 500 gems, but 102 secret rare John Hammond's cane. I actually do like this cane a lot. There's a handful of things I do want, and John Hammond's cane is one of them. Same thing with the Necronomicon. Kind of cool looking. There's something about Veve that attracts people more likely to go bonkers. I don't know what it is, dude. It's just reading some of these comments are just hilarious. Like no likes, no views, no nothing. 6 minutes ago. Up next, the desk. Just got a new Coke machine in the house. Hell yeah, that looks cool. Ooh, okay. 616 Scarlet Witch, if anyone's going for that. 161 gems. I mean, that's the first appearance and the right thing, right? I think this is... I mean, if you're a main collector and you love Marvel, I don't think that's a terrible deal. Let's go back to the feed really quick. We'll look at a couple more. Next silly comment that makes me laugh. Then we'll stop. Coots, 15 gems for 1955. Search party at 150. What's that? Search party. T-Rex for 100 gems. 2, 3, 4. No. There are 180 Coca-Cola machines, but 193 countries in the world. Not every country gets one SR Coca-Cola machines. You know what? That's an interesting thought. There's less Coca-Cola machines than there are countries in the world. If you put it like that, my vault should be different. Those fridges are so important. Oh, there's Veve Wheels. What's up? I know you're probably not here, but that's fine. I'll like his comment. But that's an interesting thought. I don't think it means anything, but my last offer for an hour, then I hold it forever before I do something wrong. 146. Is that like the lowest public min or something? Oh, wait, this one got like a ton of mentions. Why did this one get so many comments? 4 days ago. Oh, it's because, okay, this has been up for a while. That's why. And I think as people comment on it, it like refreshes it or something. Ooh, 42 ultra rare. That's kind of cool. They're actually kind of like going through this feed occasionally, just seeing what random people post. And these are people that are active on the app too, right? Does anyone have any of these Pilly Fantasy collectibles? Okay, this is kind of cool. There's a line of people. I don't know why there's Batman and C-3PO waving at the camera, but it's kind of cool that these people are in line for the Coke machine. Crypto Joe, that's the ultra rare, not the secret rare. Secret rare has the wood panel. Fanta Sprite, yep. Thirsty for Dentist, yeah. Were you guys that were you the type of kid that bought the Fanta even though there's Coke and Sprite? You know what I have not looked at all, and I completely forgot, was these the fish tanks. I have not looked at those at all. I've not looked at the fish tank at all. How much are these going for? Okay, a good amount. What is the anime? I honestly have not looked at the animation on this at all. Have you guys looked at the animation on this? All right, cover your eyes. There's gonna be a bit of a flashbang here. Is there sound? I feel like there is. There has to be, right? There's a DJ Octopus. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, that is pretty cool. You definitely tell there's an obvious loop going on here. Wish it was a bit more. Wish the lights would like change colors, like it would kind of filter those 3 colors, like going in or out. Wish the lights weren't as static. They looked a bit more lights rather than just like cones of color. I don't know if how to describe it, but it still looks really cool. I think it's cool overall, but cool. All right, we'll probably end it here in a little bit, unless you guys have anything you guys want me to look up or check out. But yeah, interesting day today. Pencils have gone up a little bit. Some collectible, quite a few comics have like retraced already, because I remember yesterday and even the day before, some common comics like flew up a ton because there were some whales just buying up 10, 15, 20 comics on the floor. So with commons, even with commons, like the prices are going to skyrocket quite a bit on this. Like, so you'll occasionally see common comics go up quite a bit just because someone's buying the floor, like this one. You know, some of these collectibles aren't, or the comics aren't super impressive in real life, but they're going up like 72%, 37%, 37%. And it doesn't take much to move these. Only a couple sales. Here we go. But cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna head off. Hope you guys take care. Good luck on any future drops, and be sure to double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.